And I get another message that's like, hey, keep your phone on. And anyways, this phone call is coming from Florida. I pick up the phone and lo and behold, so here's what happened. I'm negotiating this thing. I'm negotiating Ukraine and Russia. And you wouldn't believe how many parts are part. It is President Donald J. Trump. He is calling me. And in true President Trump fashion, he jumps right into the narrative. We're not, hey, how you doing? He just jumps right into the narrative of exactly how this went down. I am literally, it is hard to catch my breath to comprehend that 4 days ago, I'm ending a series about Brigitte Macron, and now I'm speaking to the President of the United States, and the topic of conversation, no matter which way you want to slice it, is about Macron's wife's penis. I mean, there's no other way to say it, right? Anyways, I like Macron. We're speaking at the White House, and I'm walking him to his car, and, he says to me, Mr. President, can I speak to you for a second? I say, of course you can speak to me about anything. What's going on? And Macron wants to have a little sidebar. And then Macron says to him, Mr. President, do you know Candace Owens? And I say, yes, of course I know Candace Owens. What's going on? And then he continues his narrative and he tells me that Emmanuel Macron is requesting to his face that I stop speaking about his wife. And one of the things Trump said is he tells me, she's old and this is really, really impacting her. And then he said, I saw her, Candace, I saw her up close and she looks like a woman to me. She looks like a woman to me. I had dinner with her at the top of the Eiffel Tower. And I explained to him that she has had this amazing doctor who specializes in transgenderism surgeries or feminization procedures. I'm talking to the President of the United States about this, guys. This is crazy. This is wacky. And I said to Trump, and I will be honest, that at that moment I realized that one day this is going to go into my autobiography. And so I got to say something funny. And I said to him, respectfully, Mr. President, it's not my fault that he married someone with a penis. He then tells me we're really close to getting this thing done. And he throws in the art of the deal type stuff. He starts complimenting me. He said, Melania loves you. She says, you're so beautiful. She thinks you're so beautiful. I said, thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. President. Compliments will get you everywhere in life is my mentality here. And then I say to him, what I've agreed to already in the back of my head, I say, look, I'm happy to do this for the short term. Obviously, I don't want to have on my conscience that less Christian men could have died in the East if I just shut up about something. But I'm very clear to him that this is going to be short term and that I fully expect that in a few months I will be able to speak about this. He was about to commit to that, but then it felt to me like someone in the background was like, no. We need this conversation to stop altogether. And then he doesn't say no or yes, but he just says, that he really needs to work with Macron long term and they have this long working relationship. And I was very clear, this is not long term for me. If you're close to this deal, ink it, let's get it done. And then he sort of offers at the end, he says, hey, maybe I can come on your podcast one day. I'm great for ratings. They're so Trumpian to give yourself a compliment. So I give him the Trump right back. And I say respectfully, Mr. President, I'm apparently good for ratings too, because you've got a leader of a country, the president of the country, asking you to ask me to do a favor. So.
Et c'est reparti pour un tour. Candace Owens est de retour en nous expliquant que Emmanuel Macron a voulu la faire taire, qu'il aurait appelé Donald Trump, vous l'aurez compris, pour qu'elle arrête de parler du chibrou de Bribrou. Donc c'est quand même assez hallucinant. Puis en plus, elle nous explique que Trump lui a fait un petit peu de chantage en lui disant que si elle arrêtait d'en parler, il viendrait sur son show. Je crois que Candace Owens n'a besoin de l'aide de personne aujourd'hui pour faire de l'audience. En tout cas, je me demande combien de temps ça va durer. Candace Owens avait promis de faire une saison 2. Moi, j'avais bien aimé la saison 1 avec plein de gens qui étaient venus nous expliquer qu'elle n'avait pas ramené suffisamment de preuves. Si vous vous attendez à ce que vous ramène une photo de la bite de Brigitte, encore une fois, arrêtez, parce que c'est pas de ça qu'on parle. On parle, comme elle a très bien expliqué, d'un passif, de choses qui sont extrêmement étranges, de coïncidences qui n'en sont peut-être pas. Et je trouve qu'elle est très bien, cette petite Candace. Et le fait que Donald Trump l'appelle pour lui dire que Macron a appelé le président des États-Unis pour qu'elle la ferme, c'est que ça veut tout dire.